and Joe Torres. And one of the things they talk about in the book was that when Fred Hampton was being assassinated, and a lot of research has shown now that the police and the FBI were working hand in hand to target him, and that it was in fact an assassination by the government against a leader in the Black Panther movement. They actually worked with AT&T to cut off all the phone lines so that nobody was able to call in or out of the house before they went in. And in fact, that became a moment which led to the discovery of COINTELPRO as it exists. And once the government was kind of like called out and publicly shamed about this, they quote unquote dismantled the program. But I feel like what we're seeing right now in a level of surveillance, how that's being used, some of the technology, so for example, facial recognition technology is another thing that we've and looked into, and it turns out that 80% of the people in the FBI facial recognition database don't even have a criminal record or any interaction with the law. It's disproportionately targeted and used and deployed in Black communities, and it also is not good enough technology to accurately identify Black folks, so they misidentify Black folks at a significantly higher rate than other groups. And so when you look at all of this and you see all the ways in which technology is coming together and this line between mass and targeted surveillance is being erased, particularly as it pertains to communities of color, what you see is actually scarier than what was happening in COINTELPRO. There's a clear through line in how the government continues to act and chill movements for justice, but I think where we're heading now is something that could be even worse than what was experienced 50 years ago. And so we filed the lawsuit on at this time, not just to kind of like remind people of where we were, but also what could be coming on the horizon if we don't act now.
It's very important to say, when you look at the documents, you see law enforcement referring to activists as threat actors, and these terms that are very much associated with terrorism. And, when it's Martin Luther King Day,